This is Chie Satonaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lind. To my side are my noble and hairy are Maddie Lind.
Hello.
Taylor Hoyt.
Hello?
Yes. Question at the end. I'm glad you got that.
I'm Taylor Hoyt.
I'm Ron Burgundy. How you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself, sir?
Doing fine.
It's a hot California day. It's finally shorts weather. I had to have the AC blasting all day.
It's a normal California day.
That was hot. It was a high of 89. You got to remember, we're all wimps in California, okay? There's like this window of like 10 degrees, and if it fluctuates outside of that, we have to either take all our clothes off or put a bunch of jackets on.
Yep.
I thought we were like, we could take heat really well, but we can't take cold really well. Like, it's 60 degrees and people are wearing winter jackets.
I mean, that's also true.
I mean, that's what I do, so.
So,
What's everyone doing today?
for-
Want to get some dinner?
Yeah.
Too bad. How's everyone? Maddie, you were whimpering before. Why are you whimpering? I don't care. Taylor!
Yep.
yes.
Yeah?
What?
What have you been up to?
What I've been up to? Nothing. Just
Living life?
living life 1 mile at a time. No.
Getting work done?
Getting work done. Still chugging through trails of cold steel.
That's what we've been playing. I just want to know what you've been doing.
Oh, what have I been doing? I don't know. We had a big
You've been
board game day this last weekend with your brother. That was fun.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to have a day off and just hang out with some buds.
So how's that retrospective going?
Non-existent.
Sorry I brought that up. I just had to.
I mean,
Maddie,
you didn't.
Are you done? You're done. You're done crying. You can talk now.
I beat Persona 5. That's all I have to say about that.
We did a
giant Persona 5 spoiler cast, so like I got most of my feelings out there, but now I'm still feeling it. Because
Still feeling it.
It's a Persona 5 hangover.
Yeah.
Me and Nick both know that feel.
Yeah. I mean, Maddie like finished the game right before we did that, like the day before, and
it's like 1 a.m, too.
Yeah. And we Taylor and it's been weeks, and after both Taylor and I had that 3-hour spoiler cast, felt good. I don't feel like thinking about Persona 5 anymore. I don't know why. How about you, Taylor?
Well, I'm not going to name names. But we were talking about a certain somebody on Twitter, and we went through that, and that kind of made me mad. But other than that, I think I'm good.
Maddie, you can say your 2 cents.
It's been about only 3 days since I beat it, and for my Persona 4 like recovery time was about a month.
A month?
But I had an anime and soundtrack and a bunch of stuff to like help tied me over. But Persona 5 is like it's over, and I don't have an anime. I have a soundtrack that's helping, but it's also only been 3 days, so I'm still feeling the pretty big effects.
And you just got a giant 300-page art book.
Oh my god, yes. Why?
No.
Don't open it. That's my art book.
I want to look at my waifu.
No! Get your ugly hands off my book.
It's not allowed.
Not allowed to touch my precious artifacts.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete that soundtrack that I got for her.
Oh.
Okay, I bought it too, so.
Oh. Okay. It's a good art book, though. I didn't realize it was going to be that big.
That's the one that was at Mitsuya.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The actual Japanese art book. The only downside is a lot of, it sold, creator comments in, every page, and I'm just like, it's probably in Japanese, huh? And all of it's in Japanese. And it's like, oh, I need to know what they're saying.
Nick has the same thing with the soundtrack. There's little tidbits, and it's like, okay.
For every song, there's a comment from the creator.
Oh,
I don't know how well this works, but I remember Google had this app where you put your phone up to it, and you pick the language you're looking at and what you want to translate it to, and it'll translate the image. I don't know if
no way.
Yeah, it was. I think it worked better with Spanish and things that use the English alphabet. So I
wouldn't trust Google Translate because I went to the Cold Steel 3 Japanese website and the translation was hilarious. Like for
you
one
got the
character,
general gist, didn't you? Or was it really bad?
For one character, I was looking up Toa info.
Oh god!
And it was like she used two genders. Like it had he and she in it for some reason.
Well, she is trans, obviously.
And then she said, and they called it the Toa. It was great.
The Toa.
The Toa.
Yeah, it was really bad English. It was really bad. And people thought the Persona 5 translation was bad.
Yeah,
Let's not mention those kind of people right now.
Well, it's weird that I just want to talk about this really quick. What I genuinely, I'm not being like facetious or trying to make a joke. Like besides the Takamaki and the Sakamoto, like what are people actually talking about when they say that? I'm serious. Like, do you know
the sentence structure?
I didn't.
The sentence structure.
Really
some of the sentence structure, it's translated very Japanese, so that the sentence structure is in like very Japanese.
Do you have any examples?
Off the top of your head, Nick?
I mean,
if not, no big
Morgana
deal.
At the beginning of the game was like, "Oh, they're surrounded us. They're in a like something position. That means they're really gonna kill us. They're really out to kill us." And it was like really weird. It was just the grammar was odd. That's when like,
Yeah, but it's not like completely missed grammar.
No, it wasn't as bad as people are saying. Like people were saying it was a botched job. It's like, no, it's only you think it's a botched job because you didn't have your grubby, slimy little hands on it to ruin it, like Fire Emblem Fates.
Well, yeah, because it was interesting. Like I was listening to another podcast today, and they had a user question come in. It's like, oh, in this day and age, when developers ship broken games like like No Man's Sky, Mass Effect, and Persona 5, and I was like, wait, what? Like I was like, what are you talking about? Like that's not even like in the same like universe or whatever.
It's
like
not even close. It's nowhere close to that.
And that's like not even me like being a big Persona fanboy that I am. But I played the game like I didn't really like the pronunciations are really the only noticeable thing. And it's funny because I know we've talked about this before, but there's side characters that pronounce it the way we think it should be pronounced, and then they have the main characters pronouncing it kind of in a funny way, so it's like that's really weird. But other than that,
Atlas, what are you doing?
Yep.
If anything, I appreciated the fact that they kind of localized some of it a bit more, because honestly, one of the characters says BT dubs, and I was just like, okay,
that's awesome.
This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. I was just curious.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything.
It's like because Atlas themselves translated it. It's like, okay, I'm going to listen to some stupid California chick say how good her translation is compared to an actual Japanese person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Still recovering. Anyway.
No, I'm just getting that anger out.
Let the anger flow into your feet.
this is gonna be an anger-filled podcast.
Is it?
No, I don't think it'll be anger, but
Yeah.
So, Maddie, you haven't been playing anything. You've been playing your recovery game, HOTS.
Yeah, HOTS my recovery game, and then afterwards just laying in my bed listening to the soundtrack, crying on the inside.
Sorry, Taylor. What have you been playing?
Still making my way through Cold Steel. Just got to chapter 5 today.
Blowing through it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like kind of my, when I'm out driving, I'll play it like if I'm just sitting around waiting for rides. Otherwise, it's sort of my like before bed game. Like
kind of the beauty of a Vita game, you can kind of take it around, play it when you have time.
Exactly. Like even though like the game has a lot of really bad frame rate issues in parts, especially like the part I just played where you're in Heimdallr and like you're just like standing there and like I'm like, man, the game is like at 15 frames a second right now. This is really bad, but.
Because you're playing on the Vita.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I am willing to put up with that because of the portability. I like playing on handheld, so it's annoying, but it's not like ruining the game. So, but yeah, making my way through that. Apparently, you were saying I got like a couple chapters left. So,
Nick, how you doing?
Been playing Trails of the Sky second chapter. Okay. So Kathleen's laughing at me. He's like. Because I was like, I'm going to beat the game this weekend. And she's like, okay. And I'm like,
oh boy.
Oh, okay. But I got pretty far. It's getting really good. Story's getting intense. Bad things are happening. Good things are happening. It's all fun and games. I'm playing it right now. And it's really fun. Since it's a second game and a Falcom game, I can't really talk about it.
Yep. That seems to be how it goes.
but how many hours are you in now?
Okay, so the Steam says it's like 80 hours, but the game time itself was like 75.
Interesting. I wonder what, did you start over at one point?
I have no idea. I guess I was on the main menu for a while or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Don't know.
Who knows?
But it's fun. And that's pretty much what I've been playing. I've been trying to play MechWarrior again, but that's, I've been playing Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
so,
pretty much it. So,
to Taylor.
Nick.
You said you have a rant about Cold Steel. Let's hear this right now.
Okay, so allow me...
Looking forward to this all day.
Yeah.
So allow me to finish my thought before you guys interject, because I know you're going to be like, oh my God, let me say something. And
Taylor, I need you to slow down.
And you were saying this before. My obvious main comparison for my complaint is going to be Persona 5, but I'm gonna reference Western games, and I'm gonna reference other JRPGs to make my point. But here is my main problem with Cold Steel right now. There's some that Ken Levine, director of BioShock, and who's the guy that directed Last of Us? Neil Druckmann. They both said the key to storytelling in games is simple story, complex characters, right? And you can look at, let's just look at some great JRPGs. Final Fantasy VII, the story is they're trying to stop Shinra, and then they're trying to stop Sephiroth. That's the story. Persona 5, they have the metaverse, they're trying to change people's hearts. That's the story. Persona 4, they're trying to solve murder mysteries. Right now, I have no idea what the main through line in Cold Steel is. It's they're trying to graduate their school because...
That's exactly what's going on. But where you're at right now.
Let him finish his thought.
But to me, that isn't a strong enough through line to make me play every day in and out. Okay, I can't wait to see what happens next. All those hallmarks of really, really excellent games is there is something pulling you along all the way through that makes you just with Persona 5, we all just couldn't stop playing because oh my gosh, how are we gonna change somebody's heart today, or how are we gonna interact with a different character? And in Cold Steel, to me it's sort of backwards because I was telling Nick this, what happens is they keep introducing new characters, and all the characters have this oh my gosh, that person who did that thing, we're supposed to the player is supposed to know who that person is and what they did, and then every character has oh my gosh, that person, the Baron of Blood and Iron, oh my gosh, the Icy Maiden of Spears. It's why does everybody have a nickname too? Everybody's got this I don't know, it's just really annoying me how characters that you've never met, you they just dump exposition on you. It's not introduced in a nice way. And I was joking with Maddie today while texting. I'm like, hey, Milliam, the only character with personality in the whole game. And to me, I almost want to play the Red Letter Media game with what they did with Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Remember, so in the very first Red Letter Media Star Wars review, they're all right, I want you to describe characters in Star Wars nobody's ever heard of them, but you can't just their personality. Don't describe what they look or what they do. And then I could think, okay, Ryuji, he's hot-headed, he doesn't like to think, he's rash, a little bit vulgar, and then, we can go on, and then I'm Machias.
I could totally kick your ass at everything with that now.
But this is just me. I'm Machias. He doesn't like noble people.
So my text kind of does still hold true. My response to your
which was if you go into the bonding.
You said she's the only one that has personality and that, and I was just well, yeah, but you have it to bond.
But that's the thing. I have not done a single bonding event with her. And that's why I keep saying, Milliam, because she's actually has something interesting to say. Everybody else seems very bland by comparison.
She's quirky and that's it.
Yeah, but everybody else, they're either stuck up or nice. And those are the personality traits of the other characters to me.
Taylor doesn't read stuff.
I'm 30 hours in. I feel in 5 hours of Persona 5, got Ryuji.
I'm saying you... At that time,
mm-hmm.
I mean, do you even remember the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
All right. Don't you want to know what happens there?
Yeah, I guess.
That's what you're building up to.
That is the
That's what you're building
That's
up to,
kind
is
of the
going
story
up
right
to that. It's
now.
like, what was that? And
The
why is it
infiltration with Sarah, yeah.
What was that, and what were you doing? And then you get to that point, and then all hell breaks loose, pretty much.
So he's not at that point yet, is he?
No, he's not.
Oh yeah.
But unlike Persona 5, it does that once, and it never reminds you. In Persona 5, you're constantly being reminded the whole game, and you're like, oh, yes, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen.
But you also had, like, a year of nothing of this game.
No, but still, like, when I picked the game back up again, I was 13 hours in. I am 34 hours in now. In those 20 hours, they have not referenced that once. And even, like, let's take, for example, Final Fantasy VII. Throughout the whole game, Cloud is having those seizures. And you're like, why is Cloud having those seizures? And you eventually find out why. That there is not enough of that in Cold Steel, where it's just like, today we're going to do a thing. Okay, we did a thing. And, like, that's, yeah. Okay. I don't know. To me, it's still, I'm going to still finish it. I'm still going to, the battle system is good, so I'm at least enjoying that. But
it's still full of sevens.
It's still full of sevens.
It's funny because
swimming in sevens.
He just met Vita.
Vita?
And he was like, who's this character? I don't know who this character is. I'm like, it's like, yeah, exactly. You don't know who this is.
But it's not, okay, here's the thing though. It's not that I don't know what the character is. It's everybody else is reacting like I should know who this character is.
Except only Machias and Elliot reacted to that. No one else did.
But every time a new character comes in, everybody talks like that. And no, I can't think of a single game where they're like, oh my gosh, that person, the Baron of this or the Maiden of that.
Claire's the Icy Maiden.
Yeah.
And then Elliot's dad is the Baron person. So, of course, the nobles will know him, which is Eustace. Oh, pretty much Eustace, Laura, and Elisa would all know them.
Ring
kind of does. Reen's kind of like an outcast.
Reen.
I will also say that there is. I would say it's bordering on having too many characters, I think. Because the main cast, there's 9 main characters, okay? And then you have the teacher, and then you have all the other, like, intelligence police, and then you have the royal family, and then you got all the parents, and then you have these new bad guys that just started coming in. It's like, it's kind of overwhelming to keep track of. Because at least, again, I hate to keep going back. Let's go further back. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Final Fantasy VII, you have Avalanche, and then the main bad guy is the Shinra guy, the main Shinra, and then he dies, and then it's Rufus. Like, okay, Rufus, he's doing stuff, he's going all over the place, he's trying to, summon the weapons and stuff like that, and then Sephiroth's going around doing all this stuff, and then slowly but surely you meet other guys like Hojo, like this scientist who's doing all these weird experiments and stuff. So there's not that many characters to keep track of, but I don't know, there's too much going on, and they don't, like, a lot of these, like, reveals and stuff aren't, like, earned in the way other games are earned. So, like, almost nothing that's happening in the game has, like, any emotional impact. I'm like, okay, stuff's happening. All right, cool.
So, you have the Liberation Front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. You don't know who that is, and you can't do anything because you're freaking kids. Mm-hmm. So you go on with your studies.
I have a theory on who Helmet Man is, though.
And then...
I have a theory.
You have a theory.
I have a theory?
Yeah.
I have a theory, too.
But you know who it is.
I know.
Yeah, I have a big theory on that one.
So Liberation Front, and then you
Wait, is it not revealed? I mean, you could say yes or no. I assume it's revealed in one or two, either of the two games.
In one.
Okay, I figured it would be, because that's like really the only mystery at this point.
Yeah, so you have that. You have what the heck's that all about?
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing. It's funny because it's like it's all about your class. It's all about getting known to people, and then like all these things start happening at the end.
At the end, the key point at the end.
Yeah, it's actually a huge key point.
5, chapter 5, chapter 6, and then final is when everything just coalesces.
And I will say, like, now something semi-interesting is starting to happen, but to me it took way too long to get going, because like even in Persona 5, like what Maddie said, like right off the bat you're already using your personas, and like that is, it's like, whoa, okay.
Persona 5 hook was unbelievable.
And like Final Fantasy VII, the game starts off you blowing up a reactor.
So how many hours are you in right now?
30? 34, 35.
All right, so what was that in Persona 5? You were like
you were
barely starting the second palace. All right, so that's what it's just.
But 30 hours into Persona, you can't compare like that, like percentage wise, because you can't say like, 30. If you wait 30 hours and then it gets good.
No, I'm saying like 30 hours. It was definitely like the second palace.
But I was hooked way quicker in any JRPG I can think of that is like top 10 material.
That's because it's Persona 5.
You could
I'm saying
you could compare these two games, but you kind of can't because they're kind of completely different styles of storytelling.
Yeah,
sure. Okay, like I said, I don't want to use Persona 5 as a crutch, but I'm even saying like pick any Final Fantasy, right? Like Final Fantasy 7, like you blow up a reactor. Wow, well, like that's a big, huge reveal, and then you're like hearing like, whoa, Cloud is like an old soldier. I don't even know what that is, and you're slowly figuring all this stuff about Cloud. Even in like 9, like you're jumping character perspective, like the whole beginning of that game.
I could do this too. So Reen, I mean, the whole thing at the beginning, something's gonna get shot. You just don't know what it's gonna happen, and then you find out that Reen has this thing. And you're like, okay, what's that all about? And then things start happening. You're wondering, and then you have this schoolhouse. And you're like, what's going on here? Why does this keep changing? What the heck was that thing that I just fought? What happened to Reen right there?
So,
what's this cat?
So there's a bunch of like different storyline subplots like going on at the same time, kind of thing. And from what I'm getting from you, Taylor, is that you seem to not be able to keep track of it all.
Well, there's too many, like you just said. So there's the thing with Reen, there's the new bad guys, there's the cat, there's the schoolhouse. Like how many things is that? Like keep it simple. Again, like what I said, simple story, complex characters, and I feel like it's backwards. I just feel like the characters don't have as much depth, just purely the playing through the game as even Final Fantasy games. Like I feel like some of the old Final Fantasy games, like you hear more about them because specifically in 7, because in 7, like there's very intentional moments where it's like, okay, we're going to Rocket Town, we're going to hear more about Sid and why he was flying a rocket with Barrett. We're going to go back with his old friend Diane. You find out how he got his gun arm. With Cold Steel, you get that, but it seems so like, okay, now here's the time where Markius is going to like, oh, you haven't heard my backstory. Let me tell you my backstory. And then the next day, well, you haven't heard my backstory. Well, I'm Fee. I'm going to tell you my backstory right now. Like it's almost like too structured and like it doesn't flow like naturally. I don't know.
I want to say, I think,
and I'm being very picky here, but I'm still enjoying. I'm still going to finish the game, but it's like I say this because I want to be hooked more. I'm just not.
I'm not even upset with you, but I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing. You got spoiled by Persona 5.
You definitely did.
And now you're playing Cold Steel right after Persona 5, and I think that is slightly tainting your experience.
Probably, but
like I'm not even mad at that. It happened, but like that's a thing.
But again, let's say even before Persona 5, I stopped playing the game. Right? If it was as intriguing as Persona 5 or Final Fantasy or whatever.
I do think this is like a Taylor thing. Is that it's hard to get you hooked.
It's got to be really compelling.
I have no idea what gets you hooked. It's the weirdest things that get you hooked.
I figured out what gets
Nick hasn't figured it out either, because like I remember when I bought Final Fantasy 15, he's like, you're not even going to finish this game, and then I platinumed it and then put in like 100 hours, and like you don't.
Yeah, it's like I don't get what it's like. Old Taylor, when Taylor was young, Cold Steel would be like a 10 out of 10 game for him. Now
games have evolved.
I just don't. He likes Trails. He liked Trail of the Sky, and that was a good one.
I will say that was during the time of me rediscovering JRPGs. So like anything I played was fun. Like Rhapsody was fun, and that game's terrible.
I remember you watching you play that game. I don't think you were having fun. You were getting mad like every time you were playing that game. It's like so you're just like, I just did this dungeon. Oh wait, it's a different color. What kind of dungeon design is this?
The dungeon design in that game is really bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, you remember I lived in South Korea, and like I came, like the day I came back, I just had like all these boxes. What I was doing when I lived in South Korea, I had no bills and I was just making a ton of money. And so what I was doing is every week or two, I would buy a PS1 JRPG, have it sent to my grandpa's house, and I had this like giant pile of PS1 JRPGs waiting for me when I got back. And I came over here and we unboxed it in this room. Actually, we just were sitting there unboxing them. And I played a lot of them, but some are still sitting on my shelf.
Yeah, you couldn't play some.
Some of them are just so archaic. Like I can't even imagine them being good back in the day.
I remember that.
Like there's a couple that stand out, like Shadow Madness, where it was very clearly trying to like be Final Fantasy VII with like the way it looked and stuff. I'm like, that game's not fun. And there was another one, I think it was called Thousand Arms. And it was like the characters are like 2D pixel, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I walked out of town and I got like one shot at it. I'm like, all right, done with this game.
I don't know. I liked Cold Steel because I liked learning about all the characters, and then at the beginning, definitely at the beginning,
it's slow.
It's very slow, and like the characters, like these characters are boring. I remember that was like the first thing I said to you guys. Is like playing Cold Steel, and every character is extremely boring. And then I was played through the game, and I just started liking like every character, and I liked Reen as a character. Reen himself was funny. And then now you're thinking of stuff. But it's just like all this stuff happens, and I always like, oh my gosh, you're almost there. I can tell you this after. Yeah. Once you get to that point, I want to tell you what happened, like what was driving me crazy at that point.
Okay.
It was just like, yeah, I guess I do this in my games because I don't know if you've bonded with any of the other characters that are not the main cast.
I think I was with Toa once, and then usually it's with. Did you count Sarah as part of the main cast?
No.
Okay. Usually, if I have because now it's getting to the point where I have like 4 bonding points. It's usually like the 2 characters that I want to be good in battle with, and they're just girls. So it's usually Emma and Laura, and then I'm like, okay, maybe Elliot and then Sarah. Usually those are the 4 I choose, unless they're not available. Then my last resort are usually Eustace and Machias because I just don't care.
I like okay, so I always bonded with Toa, and I always bonded with Sarah whenever they were there because they're not always there. And it's 9:00 because my alarm's going off.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Is that just going to keep ringing?
Yeah, it will.
Oh, okay.
I'll get it after I'm done talking.
Okay.
But it's just so I got a different perspective out of the main group. Like what I did with Persona 5. Who I went out with was someone not in the main group.
Right.
So that perspective is completely different from what inside the main group because she doesn't know what's going on inside, but she knows who I am.
Sure.
So when something bad happens, she like contacts me and she's like, "Oh, what's going on? Are you okay?" and everything. And then it's like a really cool dynamic because it's like, "Oh, she doesn't know about this, so she's interested."
That was the only reason I was considering going out with someone else besides the main character in Persona 5 was I kind of wanted that different perspective because it's true, like what happens, like all the characters are just like, we all know what's happening right now. I kind of wanted to like, oh my god, are you okay kind of deal, other than the, oh, you're Joker, you're fine.
Yeah.
Except Futaba's best girl, so
Futaba's
can't stay away.
I've made my point in the spoiler cast. I can't talk about it. But yeah, this like getting those relationships, and then during certain story moments, I was like really invested. I'm like, this can't happen. This is not going to happen. You're not gonna, yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're not going to make this happen. So
yeah.
Thank goodness it didn't happen because I would have been so mad at it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the only, I don't know how to avoid this if it's some kind of spoiler, but the character that I really like when she like made a comeback, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was where I like laughed out loud. I'm like, yes, this is awesome. That was like, and then there's another character that comes back that I totally didn't expect. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah,
you're there.
I have very yes moments. I had a lot of like moments in Cold Steel.
Yeah.
It's just
that
Reen just does stupid stuff that's just hilarious. Like you were hanging out. I mean, I don't know if you studied with Emma, but you're doing your Bonnie events with Emma.
Oh no,
yeah.
Don't even.
Do you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That scene was hilarious. I was like, this guy.
There's that other scene with the sexy song.
What sexy song?
The bar song.
Oh, he's not there yet.
I know. That's why I'm saying very generic.
Yeah.
That scene.
That scene's hilarious too. I think so. Chapter 5? I'm pretty sure Chapter 5 is that.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Reen's a funny guy, but he definitely has like the flaws. Like he has flaws. Mm-hmm. He's a freaking drama queen.
He is a drama queen.
Drama queen.
Yeah.
And
to me he usually just is like, huh, okay. He just doesn't really have much reaction usually.
Later.
Okay. Again, see, this is the problem. I'm almost 40 hours in. I just
love how he always
wait a second.
Doesn't know how the
wait
women
a second.
What?
No, you've gotten to a part where he's a bit of a drama queen.
When he's like, I gotta save my friends.
No, not that. When his sister visits him in the school.
Oh yeah, when he has to be super protective. He's like, Patrick, get out of here.
Well, there's that, and then she's, he's like just apologizing, saying he's gonna do something, and she's just like, you just don't get it, kind of deal. Who's being a drama queen there?
If anything, she was being a drama queen.
They both were.
Because they're
very emotional.
Such a good dynamic.
Thank goodness that thing didn't happen though.
Yeah.
So this all might, my mind might change at the end of the game because you guys keep talking about how like mind blowing the end of the game is. There's all these threads which are like semi interesting. The one that keeps I keep coming back to is there's something going on with Emma and her like whatever, and there's like there's that, there's the schoolhouse, there's the cat, there's what happens at the beginning. So there's a bunch of little things,
and all coalesces at the end.
The cat is holding a giant gun who's made of magic, and it created the schoolhouse.
Well,
okay.
It's basically, basically as soon as he catches up to the timeline, it's
the end of the game. Game's over.
Game's over. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
it's when it. Yeah.
Because when I was playing the game, I liked it, but I wasn't like super like hooked into it. Like I liked it, but I wasn't like what I am now until the end of the game. When that end happened, I was like, this is crazy.
Okay.
I definitely had a much bigger reaction to Cold Steel 1 than I did to Persona 5, which is kind of upsetting to me, but like...
I don't know. We have video evidence that says that might not be true.
I've seen both. I've seen both her reactions. They're like,
well,
what? I mean, you're what?
Actually, that is a bigger reaction than Cold Steel. But I was talking about the end of the game.
You were crying for a long time.
For Cold Steel?
For Cold Steel 1. For Cold Steel 1.
I'm trying to picture how, because there's no spoilers, but like it can't be a death because every main character's on the cover of 2, unless they're like in heaven or something weird. But
I can't say anything.
Yeah, so I don't know what it could be, but I'll get there at some point.
Well, she cries at everything. I mean, she cried at Berseria, she cries at Hearts, she cried at...
Hearts?
Tales of Hearts.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like...
She cried at...
Well, that was kind of like the first RPG I ever really completed, so... Now I probably wouldn't, really, but
Got it.
It was just...
Berseria made perfect sense as to why I cried, okay?
You were bawling.
You weren't even there when I was really bawling.
I think you just beat it.
No, I beat it 20 minutes ago.
Yes, and I came home, and then you're like, why are you home so early?
I wasn't still crying. I was like emotionally upset inside.
Then you came to my room and was like, Berseria. Then you started crying again. And I'm like, yes, Berseria. That's what happened.
Okay.
And then I had to go to work, and I don't know how I made it through that shift.
Jeez.
Fun times.
That'd be really... I'm trying to think about...
Okay, let's just say this. Maddie almost broke her Vita at the end of Cold Steel 1.
I really did.
She's just dropped it.
I really wanted to do some nasty things to that Vita. Well, okay, so like I kind of called the end of Persona 5, like part of the end of Persona 5, but it was like, it wasn't like a bad thing. It was just like, something happened. I was like, okay, yeah, I was right. But like I was calling a specific part of this, and I was like, if this happens, I'm breaking my Vita, throwing it away, never playing this game again. And we all know, yeah.
Well, it's so weird because that game comes off to me as very, and this not necessarily a bad thing, but it's very conservative with like shocking moments and stuff like that. Like if all of a sudden, because they don't like, so far they haven't really killed off characters. There haven't been like any really big surprising moments. So for them to be like, to drop a bomb at the end of the game and just like completely subvert your expectations, I'm like, they have to really, well, obviously now a literal bomb probably gets dropped at the end of the game, but so whatever. But anyway, that's my Cold Steel rant.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
No.
But do you at least see where I'm coming from though?
Yeah,
like,
I definitely see. Yeah.
Do I sound like a crazy person?
If you're like a kind of person that it's just like you, or it's just like it's too slow. Like it's such a long build up. Yes, Cold Steel is a huge build up.
So worth it at the end.
But the end, as we keep saying, just the end, and then the second game.
And then the second game is just like,
you guys, to me, you sound like Leonard. I remember Leonard trying to pitch us on Monster Hunter. He's like, all right, if you just invest like 120 hours, those other 500 hours are amazing. I'm like,
no, that's a little bit much though.
No.
We love you, Leonard, but I'm not doing that.
No, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
That's everything building.
I mean,
and then just the very end when you pick the waifu moment, and
Shut up.
No, you pick the waifu moment at the end of one, and you're just like, and that option came on, and I was like, really?
Yeah, Nick, we all know that you do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What's funny is that part of the game, I mean, this isn't even a spoiler, but there's a part of the game where it's literally 1 frame a second. It's really, it's not 1 frame, but it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, unfortunately.
I've seen some pretty bad moments. The part where all the...
No, it's really bad.
It's really bad.
You haven't seen anything
Yeah.
yet.
It's good. Luckily, it's not like,
It's very extremely important, but it's just like a thing that's happening. It's like, oh,
the
that's
Vita just couldn't handle
yeah.
it.
Well, okay. But from what you guys have told me, 2, I don't know if it runs better, but at least presentationally it looks better. The animations are better.
And it runs better.
For 2, animation's better, it runs better, and you won't have any of the problems of 1.
Okay, good. Yep. You won't have boring field studies. Oh, there's somebody lost a cat, and then they lost their record, and then there's a monster. Oh, and then somebody lost their dog, and then somebody lost their shirt, and then there's a monster.
That's just a Falcon
That's
thing.
just a Trails Up thing. I mean, you don't need to do them.
Yeah, I do.
I always do them.
Completionist.
Yeah,
gotta do them.
Well, what's annoying is I always do everything, and it's still like rank B. I'm like, how am I getting rank B even though I did everything?
Because there's secret ones. Because you do not talk to people.
You do kind of some. Yeah.
You have to talk to
people. To get rank A, you have to talk to people.
You get rank S.
Rank S. Sorry.
Well, they're not interesting people, so I'm not going to waste my time.
I mean, yeah, I see where you're coming from there, because I don't talk to everybody. I only talk to the ones that look like they're going to have something to say, I guess. They look interesting.
You wonder why I have, 20 hours more than all of you. It's because I talk to everyone. Yeah. Only in Falcom games.
I know, it is only in Falcom games, because I definitely beat you in that one.
Yeah, in Falcom games I talk to everyone. And I don't mind it.
It seems you do this in most games, and I feel like your game of the forever would be Radiata Stories, because that is what that game is. Radiata Stories. Well, the Radiata Stories, it takes place in this town called Radiata, and you can literally, apparently, according to Connor, you can recruit every character in the town. So Nick's whole thing of I got to talk to everybody. I feel like that will be your game. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that segue. What are we playing next?
No, I want to know. We got to pick what Maddie's playing next.
Yes,
this is the goal. We're gonna pick Maddie's game.
I think we have 2 strong candidates:
Cold Steel and Cold Steel 2. No. We got Ni no Kuni.
Yes.
We got Trails of the Sky.
I would say no.
Trails of the Sky. And
Final Fantasy Tactics.
That would be hard, but yes, Final Fantasy Tactics.
So I just beat Persona 5, and I'm entertaining those thoughts, but right now I don't want to play another story game.
Hey, no, me and Nick both did that. We were like, all right, we got to play our in-between
games.
Turn-off brain games,
Yeah.
I played this for a couple days, and now I'm like, I got to get back into my game.
Yeah, I think I took about a week off. I was just playing Rocket League or nothing. I was just watching anime. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, me too.
That week was just a blur.
I think I was just listening to music and staring into the abyss that is my computer screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing.
The abyss that is my empty life.
Yeah, just like my tweet.
I think I did clean up my room because I wanted to clean up my room.
Just like I have nothing else to do. Cleaning out my room, just like I'm cleaning out my heart.
Yes, It's like I gotta get all the baggage out.
Really, there's only 2 developers where when I finish the game, I'm like, I don't know what to do with my life now, and it's Naughty Dog. And
you got that with Naughty Dog?
Usually, yeah. Well, here's what I've done. The last 2 Naughty Dog games, I've taken the day off work and just literally, the moment I wake up, played all the way through to the end. I did that with Last of Us. Played till 1 a.m. and I beat it. And Uncharted was too long, actually. I remember I woke up, went to GameStop and bought it, and I played till 1 a.m. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm not done with this game. The game was long.
See, that's hilarious because those kind of games, I don't think I could binge because I don't like finishing it all in one gut shot. That's why I loved Persona 5 so much. It's I was marathoning it, yet I knew I still had so much more to do.
Persona 5 was my life.
That was best. I love long games.
Oh, me too.
So, when I got, for example, when I played Final Fantasy 15, yes.
Yeah.
That was like the first JRPG I got into after I want to say couple-month break. I was doing a bunch of other stuff at the time.
You were just playing HOTS.
I was playing HOTS / Warcraft / editing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got into this, I was just like, okay, probably a 60-hour game, maybe. JRPG, this is going to be good. And then I got 35 hours and I was done. I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, that game's... the legs on that game are the side quests. There's just a bajillion, fetch side quests.
But there's no point to doing those.
Yeah, no.
So what I did...
I had the Final Fantasy goggles, I'll admit that.
Yeah, so what I did, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the main quest and I'm done. I think I spent 15 hours on that game and I was done.
Not 15 hours.
I think my final playthrough was between 35 and 40. But I definitely expected, I don't know.
You gotta talk to everybody, Nick.
Yeah, you gotta talk to everybody.
You gotta talk to everybody.
Sorry. You gotta turn in all those dog tags,
When
man.
I was talking to people, they talk like they're in Sonic 06. Hey, no.
So that's the thing is, probably my next story game, I would not a 20-hour one. I'd like a little bit longer than that.
I was actually surprised. Well, I mean, my goal was to platinum that game, so I had a different mindset going into it. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. That game really fell apart at the end when the more I think about it. But
I mean, you got to that point. Chapter, I don't know, was it chapter 12 or chapter 13? You got to that point where that thing happened.
Oh, the corridors, yeah, that part.
Well, not even just the corridors. Where I'm just gonna say Leviathan.
Oh yeah,
that happens, and I'm invested at that point. I'm just like, dang, this is oh my god, and then it just. Whoop, 5 hours later, game's done. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's more oh man, this awesome thing. What's happening? Oh god. Okay, what? What just happened?
Game's over.
I just missed I think I missed 2 hours. Where did that go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that happened. Okay, now I'm on a train. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened there?
So much gets skipped.
We should do a spoiler cast on that game.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting. But
especially from someone who's never played a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see you go back because that's the first straight up action Final Fantasy game. They're all turn based before that, except
I won't get into it now.
12 is not really turn based. I don't know what you call that. It's like an MMO combat.
It's an interesting thing.
Oh, MMO combat? Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I mean, you do have input, but you set up what your character will do in certain moments.
White Chronicles.
Better than that.
Well, yeah, but kind of the same system.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's your character, you have your party, and you set up your party. So if one of your party members is low, it's 50% health, then you cast Cure, Cure, and then it's stuff like that. Connor loves that game. Connor loves doing that stuff.
Yeah, the setup, the preparation. Well, I think that's why he likes tactics, and I think that's what is appealing about tactics. Is all about the preparation. It's all about how do I customize my guy and give him these different skills. And that's why me and Nick keep talking about it, because there's depth to build your party however you want. If you just want to beat the game, stick with Agrias, stick with Orlando, stick with Mustadio, and you'll just destroy everybody. But the real fun is how do I mix and match classes? Because what the point of the game is, you pick a class and then you can pick another class's set of skills, and then you have I think a third one, which is some other sub ability, two swords or wield a gun or something.
You have your support abilities, your movement ability, your reactive ability, and then your two classes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And so and there's so many classes in that game. There's 20 or something.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of chemists, give them all time magic, and teleport, and then give them all guns, and then just beat the game.
Destroy everybody.
Just run away and give them auto potion.
That would actually be really fun to mess around with.
A lot of that last set just went right past my head.
Yeah, because I just named a bunch of moves.
No, but the one character or one class that I've never made in that game is calculators. And I was talking to Josh about this, the guy that introduced me to Final Fantasy, if you set up a calculator right, you can literally beat a battle in one turn.
Yeah, but you got to get extremely lucky. I mean, the math has to work all in your favor, and it's just it's not used to. It's not good. But it's cool when you get it to work. It's just it's like having a mime.
Mimes are weird.
Mime just copies everything that anyone does. So, if you attack into the front to the left, it will attack to the left.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, if you do Night Sword to someone, at that, it'll do Night Sword to someone.
Wow. Huh.
So
yeah, that seems very odd.
It's a mimic.
There are like a core like 5 to 8 classes that are easily the most useful. The rest are kind of like, all right. It's fun to mess around with, but I would never keep them. Like Geomancer, Mediator. Like those are some weird classes that I don't really know how to use.
Mediator is only useful for getting rare monsters.
Oh, that's right, because you can get them on your team.
Yeah. And then Geomancer is like a mid-tier samurai.
Mm-hmm.
It's like before you get samurai, you use a Geomancer.
I think one of the most useless classes is probably an Oracle. The one that just straight up gives people status effects. I think that's all they do.
I don't know if that's useless,
Dude,
but that's just...
You want to get rid of freaking Futaba?
It's just not an R play style.
Yeah. No. Like you have a party member that's all they do is they give status effects. No negative to other enemies.
You blind people, you poison them.
Futaba doesn't give poisoned enemies.
Disappointed me.
I don't.
You said Oracle. What's Futaba's? What's Futaba's freaking code name?
That's Goggles.
For Taylor, it's best girl.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So anyway.
3 games for me to play, huh, guys? Because I haven't been following the last 5 minutes of this conversation.
I genuinely, I think of all those, I think you would probably like Ni no Kuni the best, just because I think it's easily the most visually appealing of the 3, because it looks like Studio Ghibli movies. And I know you've watched quite a few of those. To me, I think that is maybe the biggest draw, or at least that's what immediately got a lot of people's attention.
I think it's the cutesy atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it's like literally, it's like imagine playing a Studio Ghibli movie. That's what it felt like to me. Yeah, the music, it's the same composer of most of Studio Ghibli films, so it's got that vibe. And then combat is like Tails meets Pokemon, sort of.
That's pretty cool.
That's what Pokemon should be.
Yeah.
But the Ni no Kuni 2 is not like that at all.
Yeah, it's just straight up an action game. Because it was weird, because in Ni no Kuni, it's like you can move freely in real time, but then like you input commands, and then it like takes time for the commands to take place, which is kind of weird. So yeah, it's there's a learning curve to it for sure, but
and what's the
fun.
Platform I'd have to play on?
PS3. You have it right there.
I know, but it requires me to plug it in.
Oh, it's so hard. So difficult.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
How long is that game usually?
50, 60, something like that. It depends on, again, how much you invest, because there's a lot of side stuff. There's like a battle arena. There's not hunts. There's like some rare thing I very specifically remember hunting for, and I can't remember what it is. Well, also, if you just want to just dig into the monster collecting aspect, you can just go collect monsters. Oh, there's the ghost casino thing, which I never really messed around with too much, but...
Don't point at me, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I forget. You haven't played Ni no Kuni. Sorry. Yeah,
that's a game I skipped over. It was during that era.
Yeah, which is weird, because it's easily the best JRPG on PS3.
That's Trails of Grace's F.
Trails of Grace's F?
Tales of Grace's F.
Yes, Nick.
That's a contender. I haven't beat it, but I really, really liked what I played at.
I just liked the fact that Tales of Grace's F had that F arc, because that kind of sold it for me.
That fark?
That fark.
What a fark. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Grace's because it's too kitty, and friendship conquers all.
Well, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, that is what I like about it.
The power of friendship, baby.
Rewatching, like I rewatched like a certain part because I just wanted to get reminded how it went. And after playing like Berseria and listening to like their dialogue, I was like, yeah, this is pretty kitty. This is hilarious, actually.
It's very kitty. That's the first thing.
Asbel, are you okay? Yeah, just my eye hurts. Are you sure you are all right? Yeah, man, I'm cool.
So bad dialogue. Okay,
and then
got it.
Berseria is like, I'll kill you. Yeah. I'll devour you.
I told you to stay away, I'm a demon. No.
Okay.
Yeah, Berseria has a very different tone.
I love it.
But it's a very Tales game. It's another topic I want to talk about is how to improve Tales.
Oh, I'll tell you.
No.
I made a whole video about it.
That's a whole podcast we could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I really want to have that conversation without Maddie.
Why?
Because Maddie hasn't played enough Tales to have input.
What?
She's beat more than me.
Jerk.
So you beat Hearts, Grace,
Abyss, Graces, Asteria, Berseria.
Yeah, I've only beat the 2 Zillias, and that's it. But
you played.
I played a lot of Abyss. I played a lot of Graces. I played a lot of Vesperia.
Yeah, right. You got like...
I got 4 hours in.
Yeah, that's about how far I've got in.
Yeah, you were having trouble. I remember you thought it was like the hardest thing ever.
It was really hard.
You were like, oh,
this combat's like a
so
bitch,
archaic.
It sucks.
It's not like Graces at all. I'm like,
I think you'd actually like Destiny, because Destiny is like...
Which one?
The only Destiny?
The remake or
No, the OG PS1 version.
Yeah, the OG PS1. That's super fun. I remember I have a file. I was playing that.
I'd like to play the director's cut.
Well, good luck with that.
I will.
I mean, if you want to try, you could play it in Japanese, or you could play the original, know the story, then play the director's cut, so you know what's
happening.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's how I did it. I knew what was going on, so I didn't have to.
Just like, yeah. So
context.
Yeah, I knew the context,
mm-hmm.
and I knew it was like, oh wait, this is different. Hey, this person's alive still. Hey, this person died. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
You mean?
It's pretty cool.
It seems like Ni no Kuni kind of wins there.
I think that would be my vote.
I would say Ni no Kuni for the PS3, the console version, but we're gonna load Tactics on your Vita.
I already have Tactics on my Vita.
And we're gonna teach you how to play that game.
Yep, we'll teach you by Jolly G Willikers. If that's
we'll teach you the cheat.
To cheat?
I would
love to cheat.
The game tip.
Yep,
the tip that
the rocks.
Yeah.
Yep. So Nick, what are you gonna play
throw
next?
rocks to level your guys up?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's in a way. I don't want to give it away here, but I think everyone who's played Tactics knows.
Not much of a spoiler, but okay.
I know, but I don't want it. It's like play the game the right way, and yeah.
I tried.
I don't know. I don't think you did. I just don't think you knew what you were doing.
I tried, and then you shut me down completely.
I did not.
I think I've said this
touch
story
you. I didn't
about so many
do
times.
anything. I didn't do anything with Tactics.
Yeah. No, you did.
No, I think I looked at your thing, and then I was like, huh, I know where you're at. And that's about it.
You did not go, huh, I know where you're at. I'm just like,
I think you're at Manali.
Load your loadout. Huh, you have nothing.
I think you're at the plains, and that's why I looked at Mandalia Plains, and then I was like, oh, huh, I know where you're at. And then I looked at and then gave it back. I wasn't like, huh, you are a fucking scrub, and I hate you.
That's basically what he did.
Okay. I love how they're like two wildly different stories.
I know. So that's what she thinks.
Tell us in the comments who you think story's right. But yeah, Nick, what are you gonna play next?
I mean, you're
Trails of the Sky 3.
Yeah.
And what about after that?
What about that?
What about after?
What after that?
Or
I mean, he might be in a game hole for a little bit. Maybe.
Why would I be in a game hole?
I don't know.
Because it might have an emotional ending.
It might have an emotional impact. Who knows?
Well, apparently, second will probably have an emotional impact, or be like, I really want to play Cold Steel again. So
no, you got to keep playing new ones, Nick. You got to play Ni no Kuni after.
Yeah, actually, you should.
Because I feel like by E3 or at E3 they'll have a release date. That's my guess.
Ni no Kuni 2 is coming out right now.
Well, it's coming out on PC. Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh, sweet! I can play my Surface then. Wait, can Surface probably handle it?
No,
it's like trying to run Witcher on your. Well, not quite, but yeah, it's
man, Witcher. That is a game I have not delved into for a while.
I mean, I played second chapter on my Surface, and it's like,
and that's like a PS1 game, pretty much.
So I don't know.
Okay.
It's a 1080p PS1 game.
1080p PS1 game, and I got a patch just a couple days ago.
Oh my god!
Weird, right?
Weird.
It was the weirdest thing. I'm going to tell you the story. I don't know if I told you it before, but I was playing it, and there's this character named Zane, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioning this. Yeah.
It was Zane. That was the name from first chapter and second chapter. I didn't play for like 2 weeks, and I loaded it up, and I started talking to him, and it was like, and Estelle called him Zin. I'm like, Zin? What the heck? It must have been his typo. And then I looked online. I looked at my their character portrait, and it was Zin. I'm like, what's going on? I know it was Zane. I remember it was Zane, and I looked online. I was like, Zane Trails of the Sky, and I clicked it, and it was like Zane. The wiki was like Zane. I'm like, okay, it is Zane. I click it, and I don't look away when it's loading. I come back, and it turned into Zin. And I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, like the Wikipedia page changed.
I'm like, what's going on? Did I get into another timeline?
That's really weird.
Really, freaking me out. And then I messaged Kathleen, and she's like, "No, they just changed it in the recent patch." I'm like, "Okay, good.
That's weird that they would do that.
I think because he's in the third one, and that's the translation of the third one. It's just Zin. So they're making it consistent throughout the entire trilogy.
It's like Eris and Aerith.
Yeah.
It's like if they patched up the PS1 classic version of Final Fantasy VII or something.
I bet you they will.
No.
No.
Is it Aerith in the PS4 version?
I don't know. I haven't played it. Probably. I really hope for the remake they don't change it to Aerith.
It's going to be Aerith.
That's,
and instead of Cloud, it's going to be Crowd.
Cloudu.
And Barrett's going to be Bellet.
Bellet.
I'm sorry, I'm being really bad right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What are you going to be playing next, Taylor?
Well,
I don't care, Taylor.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Don.
Continue. Oh, wait.
Dang it, I was going to do that. Continue.
Yep.
I don't know what that's from, but okay. Maddie's planning something.
No, keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going. I'm not going to do anything, I swear.
Okay.
Don't touch my book!
You ruined it, Nick.
Broke it.
You ruined everything.
Continue, Taylor.
I think it will be, depending on the ending, if it like blows my mind like you guys say it will, I'll probably just go right into Cold Steel 2.
No break?
What?
No break?
I mean, maybe like a little bit.
Do some Nier Automata and
No,
then go back.
if I did Automata, I'd do it after 2. I'd maybe take like a few days off, just play some Rocket League or Stardew Valley or something like that. But yeah, Cold Steel 2 or after the real question is after Cold Steel 2, because there's a bunch of games coming out that I really want to try. There's the new Fire Emblem comes out soon. I've been having my eye on this game called Summon Night 6, and I don't know why it intrigues me so much, but it's not really waifus. It just has a nice, clean anime art style, and it's on Vita and PS4. It's a strategy RPG, and it kind of reminds me in a weird way of not quite Valkyria Chronicles, but like the way you move. Like it's all grid based, but they can like move directionally, like in Valkyria Chronicles. If that makes sense.
Stop. Hold the phone. You're not going to play any of that, and you're going to play East Origin.
Yeah, I was thinking of playing that as well because there's a physical version coming out in Asia, which I kind of want to grab. Looks cool. I mean, to me, what it looks like is just Oath and Felghana combat, which I loved.
Like I don't know what it's like.
It's like that classic, like just it looks old, like the Trails, like Cold Sky.
It looks like I'm playing Trails of the Sky, but it was like an action RPG.
Yeah, no, that's what I want. Yeah, because Oath and Felghana was like that, but the dungeon layout was really confusing. I got lost a lot. But I just love the combat of like you're hack and slash and they drop potions, and it's kind of like Diablo where like when you pick up a potion it heals you. Is that how it is in Origins?
Probably. But I've only played like the beginning room.
Oh, okay. I thought you beat it for some reason.
No, Kathleen beat it.
has, yeah.
Well, there's 2 characters you can play as 2 different characters, right?
There's I think 3 or 4.
Oh my god. Cool. Well, that's good. That'll be a good Vita game then.
I want to buy one.
Yeah, so it's either there's a bit I might have to really sit and think about this. Yeah, it'll either be Origins, Summon Night 6, or Nier,
or a Tales of game.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Like Berseria?
Nope.
I think
he has to watch
watching this during the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were just talking about Graces. I kind of want to play Graces.
I want him to beat Graces.
Actually, yeah, beat Graces first before you get into.
Okay, here's my question: is the F arc really that important? Like, if I never played the F, like if I just beat the game, is it like good?
I haven't beaten the F arc.
Okay,
You watched me beat the F arc.
I did.
Though,
I got to like where she was, and like the boss was like impossible.
when you're playing on hard.
Yeah,
it was really hard.
I was like, it was like impossible, and I was like, whatever.
I will say that it kind of is needed for the resolution, for the full resolution.
It's like a playable epilogue.
It basically is a playable epilogue.
How long is it?
I want to say it was 20 hours.
Wow, that's long.
Yeah, it was like a whole nother story arc.
Jeez, and the game is like
it is a
50 in itself, right?
Yeah. So when I took a little bit longer on it, and I was also playing on hard or moderate. Hard is when you like don't get anything for winning.
Doesn't it just go straight into the F arc? You don't have to like click it.
No, you have to click it.
Okay.
Yeah, like credits roll and everything, and then you have to click it. But if I remember correctly, I finished at like 80 hours.
Total?
Yeah. But I think that's because I took a little bit longer trying to do some extra stuff, so.
Okay.
Whenever I think now that it's like, oh, the game's 60 hours, like, oh, that's so short.
Yeah.
Especially after Persona. That's like the new standard, 90-something hours.
I liked that standard.
No, me too. I
thought that was the Falcom standard, and now
the fact that I sent a text to Taylor when I was 60 hours into here, and I was like, it's like this, not like that. 60 hours in, and I think I was like I was technically about halfway through the game. And I was like, is it crazy that at this point I actually have beaten Persona 4? And I'm only like halfway through Persona 5.
I want to play Persona 4 again. I want to see how long it takes to beat it.
Ooh, that's another game I might play after.
I don't know. I can play Persona 4 again.
I can play Persona 4, but like it's a side game. I don't have to like focus on it.
Persona 4 Gaiden. Golden Gaiden.
I'd have to get the secret dungeon.
Or we all play some tactics.
And we play the PSP version. We can fight each other. Or fight with each other. Those battles take forever. They're so long.
No, it's the only thing that bugs me is the lag of the sound.
Oh, yeah.
That really irks me.
Yeah, that would
I just gotta play the PS1.
That's why I play
OG
the PS1
version. Gaff Garion, baby.
Gaff Garion. I don't know where you see that.
That's
where do you see that?
I don't know, but I know that's his name.
Gaff Garion.
Yeah. It's dumb.
It's like Maddie.
Mad Maddie.
Okay.
It's Maddie. No, not dumb. Maddie Lind, and then her full name is Madeline.
Madeline Lind. I've been made fun of for that. And like, that's so funny.
But if you call her Maddie, it's still Maddie Lind.
Madeline. But in the fall,
such a good joke.
I mean, we're really getting ahead of ourselves. In the fall, got Ease 8. Man, I'm really hyped for that.
Oh yeah, okay. Got Ease 8, Tokyo Xanadu.
I was telling you about this off a podcast, but I was looking up some footage. That game looks awesome. That game looks really cool. I'm excited about Xanadu. Ni no Kuni 2, hopefully.
They said 2017. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, that's a great JRPG. I really can't wait to play that. No, but I mean, I'm sure. Are you going to play that?
What?
Infinite?
Yeah.
It's a fighting game, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll play it.
There's a bunch of fighting games coming out. Injustice.
I don't care about Injustice. I want
Persona 5 Arena?
Yeah, I can't wait for Persona 5 Arena. It's going to look like Guilty Gear. So.
Guilty.
Isn't
there another Zerd or whatever?
Yeah, like
Zerd Revelator, the second chapter.
It's like the
Delta,
second one
Beta.
With more characters. Yeah, it looks cool.
Universe Infinitium. They have the weirdest names.
I think a lot of games have weird names. Yeah. Square Enix.
And they're the king of dumb names. Speaking of that, maybe we'll get that Dissidia game that we've been hearing about forever.
I'm hoping we get that Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Yeah. I'll literally pass over. I'll just knock out and die if they announce that at E3.
Don't die, then you won't be able to play it.
You'll have to resuscitate me. You'll have to get the little clear little shock paddles to shock me back to life.
Man, I just realized E3 is next month.
I know.
What days are it? Need to ask for it off.
I want to say it's July 16th through the 19th. Or June, sorry. We'll find out.
I think it's like June 10th. June 10th.
Why is that when you guys are going to the...
It's not. June 2nd, June 10th through the 13th probably. That's usually when it always is.
Yeah, it's usually early June.
Yeah. So we got that, and then we got vacation after that. Yeah. But I don't know what game to play. I always have a game to play over there.
I know, and then we never see you.
What? Yeah, you do. You see me right next to you. You're usually right there playing.
It was really awkward when I think I was playing Cold Steel 2
and I was also playing
you were playing Persona. No, you were playing Persona 3.
No, I was playing Cold Steel 2.
At the same... Oh, yeah, you were.
Oh, my God.
And we were both, like, I had my earbuds, my headphones on.
I was way farther than her.
So much farther ahead of me. We were just both playing the same corner, just like...
And your mom's like, get outside and enjoy nature.
No, this is at night.
Oh, okay.
This is, like, bedtime.
Bedtime style. So if this holds up, for vacation, I'm taking that TV and playing Ni no Kuni.
Why?
Oh, they have a TV, don't they?
Yeah.
Sorry. I got used to the Tahoe trip. The Tahoe trip was great.
Okay.
Here's a really random suggestion too. Have you ever played? Yeah, you have. Never mind. Pokemon. You have.
Oh.
Oh, you said you haven't. Have you
have
ever played Pokemon?
Do you want to see my Pokemon cards?
Yeah. I've
Maddie
seen
was a
them.
big Pokemon girl.
Man.
But there's the new ones are real good. X and Y and Sun and Moon.
Playing X and Y. I mean, I've finished X and Y. As soon as I got Mewtwo X, I was all like, okay, won the game.
Oh, never mind then. You've played more than I thought. All right.
Yeah, she's played a lot.
The next thing would be Sun and Moon, yeah?
I have Sun. That one was good. I just never.
More like Moon.
Oh.
Oh.
Good,
Then we got to get her into Bloodborne and Dark Souls.
I'm not even into those, so why?
Wait, why do you want me to get into those?
I don't know, because I like it and it's fun and it's technically a JRPG.
Technically,
it's an RPG from Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know at third, and then Ni no Kuni 2. I think I'm just gonna get a lot of backlog stuff done.
Yeah.
And then replay a lot of new game pluses.
See, now I have a backlog because now I need to play the Sky games. Gotta play.
You can skip the Sky games.
You doing the Willy Wonka?
No, I'm not. I'm just looking at you.
I thought you were totally
it's like,
doing
go.
condescending Wonka.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go on about how you have a backlog.
I'm just listening. He's like, yeah, what's your backlog? I want to hear your backlog.
Sky games.
That Rune Factory game that's on?
That Rune Factory game, I gotta play Ni no Kuni if I don't pick it up right away. I want to play Zillia and Zillia 2. Destiny, maybe. I want to play Zillia and Zillia 2 first.
Did you say Destiny?
Destiny. Tales of Destiny.
Oh, I thought you meant like the game Destiny. I'm like,
we're getting into Destiny 2
I'm like,
because we want to kill Gary.
Okay.
God.
I'm like, that's really random.
No,
No. Tales of Zillia 1 and 2 and then
Destiny.
I'm
Destiny.
Like, okay.
No, yeah, I think you should play Destiny first and then play Zillia. Yeah. Let's go old school. How about let's go way old school? Let's go for Fantasia.
Oh, God.
Let's go way old school. Let's play Dragon Warrior for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't even think I could play that. Like,
I don't even think you could play Dragon Quest 8.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't even think maybe if they change things up. I was like, I don't
and
think
11.
you can't play Dragon Quest 11. You're gonna be
I was like walking around. It's pretty.
You're gonna be like,
so pretty.
this is so archaic. Oh, the story is like playing a PS1 game. It's like, yeah, it is.
Probably.
Yeah. Why is there no Persona? It's not quick. It's not like this.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 5 is such a good game.
Yep. See, Naughty Dog and Atlas have ruined video games for me because now all games are up to that standard. If you don't meet them, they're just terrible.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No. You should only expect Persona to reach that caliber.
I didn't even expect Persona to reach that caliber.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I knew it was going to be GOAT.
Nope, I didn't.
Yeah, but you didn't think it was going to surpass 4. I mean, it hasn't for you, but like you didn't think.
In a lot of ways, it has. In almost every way except the characters. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna end this now.
Okay. That was a good episode.
I'm not gonna torture the audience anymore.
Torture my soul.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're on iTunes, be sure to subscribe and give us a rating. Helps us out a lot. Thank you for everything. We'll be back next week, hopefully with a guest.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.